Hello children, so welcome to AIMS India's online classes. In today's maths class, rational numbers topic we are going to continue. In our previous videos, we have learned some basics regarding the rational numbers. Let's continue the concepts. So, we are going to learn a new concept called operation of rational numbers, operation on rational numbers and their properties. In that, first we are going to learn about addition of rational numbers. In addition, we have mainly two cases. So in first case, in first case, 1 minute children. So in first case, we are taking the rational numbers which are having the same denominator. But before adding any two rational numbers, we have to check one thing. That is, each rational number should exist with positive denominator. If it is with positive denominator, then it will be easy for us while taking LCM or while simplification, it will be easy for us. So if needed for rational numbers, we have to check whether the denominator is positive or not. If it is negative, we have to take it to numerator part. That we have to do. After doing that, in case 1, we are going to add rational numbers which are having the same denominator. Suppose P by Q and R by Q. Two rational numbers they have given, where the denominator is in both the rational numbers it is Q, and one more condition, Q should be greater than 0, because we told that positive denominator. So Q should be greater than 0 and not equal to 0, because if it is 0, the rational number does not exist. So that's why it should be always greater than 0. We have that kind of two rational numbers. So then how to add them? We can directly add the numerator parts P and R. We can write P plus R by Q. Like that, directly we can add. So when the rational numbers, they are having the same denominator. This is case 1. This is first case. In what? In addition of rational numbers. In the addition of rational numbers, first we have to see whether the denominator is positive or not. If it is not, we have to make it positive. And what is case 1? If the rational numbers, they are having the same denominator, like P by Q, R by Q, where Q is greater than 0. So how can we add them? Directly we can add the numerator parts and we can keep by Q. So the answer is P plus R by Q. Next. So let's see the examples. So example 1, what they have given, add the following pairs of rational numbers. Here we have first question and second question. In each question, two rational numbers are given. We have to add the pairs of rational numbers. So here, so how are the, in first question, how are the rational numbers? They are with same denominator. So according to case 1, we can solve 5 by 7, minus 3 by 7. How to add? Numerators we can add directly. 5 plus minus 3 we can add directly by 7. One time we can keep. 5 plus of minus 3 means plus into minus, minus will come. 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. Denominator 7. So what is the answer? 2 by 7. What is the answer? 2 by 7. Next, second question. 7 by minus 11, 3 by 11. The given fractions were 7 by minus 11, 3 by 11. But in 7 by minus 11, in denominator part, minus 11 is there. Negative symbol is there. Let us take it to numerator part. So, 7 by minus 11, we have to represent with positive denominator. We can take it as, we can multiply both numerator and denominator with minus 1, then without changing the value, then it will become minus 7 by 11. Minus 7 by 11. Now, minus 7 by 11, 3 by 11. What is the result after adding? We can add directly. Minus 7 plus 3 gives minus 4. So, what is the answer? Minus 4 by 11. So, what is the answer, children? Minus 4 by 11. Okay, this is case 1. In this way, we can add the rational numbers with same denominator. Next, case 2. If the rational numbers they have different denominators. Rational numbers, if they have different denominators, then we have to make use of the concept called LCM. We have to take the LCM of denominators, and each rational number should be expressed its denominator in terms of LCM. After that, we can add them as in the case of case 1. So here, what we mean to tell is the denominators are different. So what we have to do? We have to find the LCM of the denominators. So then all the denominators should be changed to their LCM with multiplying a number, both numerator and denominator, so that all of them will have same denominator. Now, as we have done in the case 1, with the same method, we can add in case 2 also. So let's see with one example, children. So here, add the following pairs of rational numbers. Example 2, add the following pairs of rational numbers. Okay, in first question we have minus 3 by 5, 2 by 3. In second question we have minus 23 by 18, 17 by 24. In both the questions, denominators are different. So what we have done in the case of first question, what are the denominators? 5 and 3. We have to take their LCM. LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. Regarding LCM, already you have learnt. So that's why I am telling directly the value. LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. So what we have to do? Now each denominator should be written as 15. How we can do? Minus 3 by 5 is there. Denominator we need 15. Denominator, actually we have 5, but we need 15. How to get 15? 5 multiplied by 3 gives 15. So we have to multiply 5 with 3, but rational number value will change. So that's why numerator part also to be multiplied by 3. So then what it will become? Minus 9 by 15. This is the question number 1, first rational number. What is second rational number? 2 by 3. Second rational number is 2 by 3. What is the denominator? 3 is there. We want to make it to 15 by multiplying with 5. I can multiply both numerator and denominator with 5. So then we will get 2 5 is 10, 3 5 is 15. Now we have minus 9 by 15. that is first rational number, 10 by 15 second rational number. Okay. Now, how to add them? Simple. Minus 3 by 5 plus 2 by 3. We will take the changed values. Minus 9 by 15, 10 by 15. How to add them? As the denominators are equal, we can add the numerators directly. Minus 9 plus 10. How much, children? 1. So 1 by 15. What is the answer? 1 by 15. So, in case 2, what we have done? So first, we find out the LCM of denominators. Then, we turned denominators as their LCM. So then, as first case, we find out the value of sum, that sum. Okay. Let's see. Okay, like that. Though this second example, you can do in the same way. Whatever second example question is there, that you can work out later. Next. So here, the addition of, now we have learnt addition of rational numbers. Case 1 and case 2. Two cases we have learnt. So this addition of rational numbers, it follows some properties. Now we are going to learn about that properties. So what is the first property, children? Closure property. The property name is closure property. So in this property, we can add any two rational numbers and we can check whether the sum is rational number or not. If it is so, then we can tell that it follows closure property. That means, let's check with some rational numbers. Here 2 by 3 is there. Here 4 by 5 is there. How to add them? Because different denominators, we have to take LCM. What is LCM? 15. 3 5 times are 15. 5 into 2 numerator 10. 5 3s are 15. 3 into 4 12. What is the answer, children? 22 by 15. So 2 by 3 is a rational number. 4 by 5 is a rational number. Their sum is also a rational number. In the same way, minus 3 by 7, 1 by 3. So what is the answer? Minus 2 by 21. It is also a rational number. Next, third example. Minus 4 by 5. Minus 3 by 7. What is the sum? Minus 43 by 35. It is also a rational number. So two rational numbers we have taken. We have done their sum. The result is also a rational number. So what we can tell? Children? If we have two rational numbers, P by Q, R by S, such that Q base is not equal to 0. Why this condition? Denominator is not equal to 0. Because if denominator is 0, then that rational number does not exist. If P by Q and R by S are two rational numbers, then their sum is also a rational number. So this property is called closure property. Where in the case of addition of rational numbers. So rational numbers follow closure property in addition. Okay, children? Okay, children. Let's see the second property of rational numbers regarding addition, which is named as commutative property. So according to this property, first let's observe some examples. Here minus 2 by 3 is there. We have 5 by 7. Two fractions are there. Two different denominators are there. So we can take LCM, and finally we will get the answer 1 by 21 as their result or their sum. Suppose this is a P by Q, this is a R by S. So what we have done? P by Q plus R by S. P by Q plus R by S, that we have done. If I change the positions, R by S will come first, P by Q will go second. Then if we add them, so then what is the result? 1 by 21. In first case also result is 1 by 21. In second case also result is 1 by 21. So from this what we can say? P by Q plus R by S is equal to R by S plus P by Q. Means we can add two rational numbers in any way. First plus second or second plus first. We can add in any way. The result will be the same. Let's see one more example. So minus 4 by 7, minus 8 by 5. We have added. We got result minus 76 by 35. If minus 4 by 7, if it comes, this will go here, this will come here. Second one first, first one second. At that time also we are getting result minus 76 by 35. So first fraction, first rational number plus second rational number, the sum is equal to second rational number plus first rational number. So we can add in any way. This is proved by this two examples, first example and second example. So this is again framed in the form of a sentence. So in general, suppose if we have P by Q and R by S, where QS is not equal to 0, which means denominators are not equal to 0, are two rational numbers, then P by Q plus R by S is equal to R by S plus P by Q. We can add in any way. This is also a rational number. The sum is also a rational number. So this property is called commutative property of addition. Commutative property of addition of rational numbers. Commutative property means we can add rational numbers in any order. First plus second or second plus first. We can add in any order. Result will be the same. Result will be the same. So this is the second property of addition. Okay, children? Next. Third one. Third property, its name is associative property. Associative property. So here we have a rational number here, minus 2 by 3. Again, in the brackets, in big brackets, we have two more rational numbers. So altogether we have three rational numbers. Altogether we have three rational numbers. We are adding them. First one is kept separate. Remaining two are kept in brackets. So we have written first one. We have simplified 2 and 3. We have simplified 2 and 3. The LCM of 5 and 6 is 30. 30. 5 6 is 30. 6 3 is 18. 6 5 is 30. 5 5 is 25. So what we will get? Minus 7 by 30 we will get. Now we have two rational numbers because 2 and third are simplified into 1. 2 and third are simplified into 1. Now first one and the simplified one, we will add both of them. LCM is 30. And finally, what we are getting? Result we are getting minus 9 by 10. Minus 9 by 10. So in what case, if the out of three rational numbers, first rational number is kept separate, second and third are grouped together. Grouped together. At this time, after addition, we got minus 9 by 10 as answer. Let's see one more process. One more process. Here, in this process, first and second rational numbers are grouped together. Third one is kept separate. Third one is kept separate. First and second simplified. Third one is kept separate. First and second, we got minus 1 by 15. Third one is minus 5 by 6. After adding both of them, we got the answer minus 9 by 10. So means we have added three rational numbers in different ways. In first case, second and third are grouped together. In second case, first and second are grouped together, then combined with the remaining. In both the cases, answer is same. In both the cases, answer is the same. Okay, children. So, if we see another example, 3 by 4 kept separate, 4 by 5, 5 by 6. If we add, they are grouped together. First, we are adding the grouped items. Then, we are combining with single item. Answer is 143 by 60. In second case, 1 and 2 are grouped together. Third one is kept separate. 1 and 2 are sum is calculated first, then combined with the third one. This time also we have got same answer. This time also we have got same answer. So what does it mean? So if we have three fractions, what are they? P by Q, R by S, T by U. If we have three fractions, what is the condition? QSU should not be equal to 0. Means denominator is not equal to 0. If these three are the three rational numbers, then P by Q plus these two grouped together, 1 and 2 grouped together combined with third. So we can add in any order. We can add in any order, or any two fractions can be grouped together and combined with the remaining term. Result will be the same. This is called associative property. Okay, children. Third property of rational numbers. This is called associative property. In commutative property, two rational numbers can be added in any way. But in associative property, we have taken three rational numbers. Two are grouped together and combined with the third one. We can group in any way, but result will be the same. Okay, children. Next. Fourth property. In fourth property, we will be learning about existence of additive identity. Means while adding, we have a element called additive identity. Regarding that, we are going to learn. So if you observe the following examples, now we have a fraction or rational number 4 by 7 is there. 0 we have added to it. What we have got 4 by 7. Or for 0, if we add 4 by 7, then also result will be the same. Means if we have any rational number, for that rational number, if 0 is added, there will be no change in the rational number. The rational number will exist as it is without any change. In second example, we have minus 3 by 5. For minus 3 by 5, we can add 0. But what about the result? Result is minus 3 by 5 only. No change in the rational number. Means, so here, if we have a fraction or rational number P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0, there exists a rational number 0 such that if we add 0 to P by Q, result will be P by Q only. Or for 0, P by Q is added, result will be P by Q only. So it cannot change its identity. it won't change its identity. So this is called additive identity. Means while adding rational numbers, if we add 0, actually here 0 also a rational number. 0 also a rational number. Why? Means it can be written as 0 by 1. It can be written as 0 by 1. So for a rational number p by q, there exists another rational number 0 such that p by q plus 0 equal to p by q only. This is called additive identity element. Which is called additive identity? 0 is called additive identity of rational numbers in terms of addition. Okay children, this is fourth property. Next, additive inverse. In addition of rational numbers, we have another element called additive inverse. Additive inverse. So let's observe the following examples. Here I have 2 by 9. If I change the symbol of 2 by 9, here there is no symbol, means we have to assume it is positive, plus 2 by 9. If I change the sign, what I will get? Minus 2 by 9. If I add both, common denominator 9 is there. 2 plus minus 2 cancels. 0 by 9 we will get, whose value will be 0. Whose value will be 0. Or if I have minus 2 by 9, if I change the sign, I will have plus 2 by 9. If I add both of them, then the result will be 0. Result will be 0. So what does it mean? What is the difference between these two? Two rational numbers are same. There is only change in the sign. There is only change in the sign. Means if we change the sign, one rational number is positive, if another rational number is negative, if we add both of them, we will get 0. We will get 0. We can prove it with another example also. We have minus 5 by 3 reverse after changing sign, plus 5 by 3. If we add both of them, we will get 0. By these examples, what can we tell? What we can tell? So if we have a rational number p by q, where q is not equal to 0, there exists a rational number minus p by q, which is opposite to p by q. Minus p by q, how they behave? Such that if we add both of them, result will be 0. Result will be 0. As the result is coming 0, we can call the second one as inverse of first one. Inverse of first one, where while doing addition. So that's why it is called additive inverse. That's why it is called additive inverse. So minus p by q is the additive inverse of p by q. Or else we can also tell p by q is the additive inverse of minus p by q. So additive inverse means numerator part will be same, denominator part will be same. We have to change the sign. We have to change the sign. Then it will become additive inverse of the first one. So that if we add both of them, minus p by q plus p by q, the result will be 0. So the addition of a rational number and its additive inverse always gives 0. Always gives 0. Okay children? So like this we have 5 properties: closure property, commutative property, associative property, existence of additive identity, existence of additive inverse. All these 5 properties we have learnt and we have applied during addition of rational numbers. Like that, we can also apply to other mathematical operations like subtraction, multiplication, division. Same properties we can make them apply, but there will be a small change. So let's see some examples, children. So verify the commutative property of addition. for the following pairs of rational numbers. So here, in first case, 2 rational numbers are there. In second question, 2 rational numbers are there. We have to check the commutative property. How to check commutative property? We can add in any way. We can add in any way. If the result is equal, then they will follow commutative property. If not, they won't follow commutative property. Here, what is the LHS? Left hand side, this part is left hand side. So after adding 9 5 LCM 45, 9 5s are 45 minus 40, 5 9s are 45, 27. What is the answer? Minus 13 by 45. What about RHS? RHS also we have calculated separately. What is the answer? Minus 13 by 25. So the LHS value, RHS value, both are same. Means first plus second, second plus first, we can add in any way, the result is same. So these pair of rational numbers, they follow commutative property. They follow commutative property. Okay. Follow commutative property. Both LHS is equal to RHS. In the same way, you can verify this second question. After the completion of video, children, tomorrow morning, you can see this video again and you can verify that second example. Next. Next example, show that LHS 1, 2 plus 3 fractions are grouped together, 1 plus 2 fractions are grouped together, combined with third one. Means this we have to check whether LHS is equal to RHS, we have to check, and after that we have to name this property. We have to name this property. What is the name of this property, children? This property is associative property. So addition of 3 rational numbers when 2 are grouped together and combined with third one. This is called associative property. Let's check the associative property. First, we have to simplify the grouped rational numbers. 7 3 LCM 21. So after simplification, this simplification no need to explain, already you know. Minus 1 by 2 we are writing like that only. 7 3 LCM 21, 7 3s are 21, 3 3s are 9, minus 28. After simplification, what is the answer? Minus 59 by 42. LHS part. LHS part. In the same way, RHS also 1 and 2 we can group together. We can simplify. LCM is 14. That one we can combine with third one. Now we got minus 59 by 42. So LHS equal to RHS. Both are equal. So this will happen only in the associative property. So the property name is associative property. Okay, children. Next, another example. Write the additive inverse of each of the following. So minus 7 by 5, minus 3 by minus 4. What is the additive inverse, children? Additive inverse means just we have to change the sign. How to change the sign? We have to multiply with minus symbol. So then what it will become? Already we have minus inside, so it will become plus, positive. Okay. Now we have minus 3 by minus 4. What we will do? We will keep the given rational number in whole brackets. Outside we will multiply with minus sign. So what happens? Minus 3 or this minus, we can take it as minus 1. What we can do? Minus 3 into minus 1, minus 4 into minus 1, minus into minus positive. Sorry children, they have not taken like this. What they have done? So our rule is in the denominator part, positive denominator should be there. That's why they are multiplying with minus 1 up and down. it will become 3 by 4. Next, outside we have minus, so we can take it as minus 3 by 4. We can take it as minus 3 by 4. Just by changing the sign, we can have additive inverse. We can have additive inverse. Next. So evaluate. So this value we have to find out. This value we have to find out. They are telling evaluate by rearranging the rational numbers using the properties of addition. We want to find the value by using the properties of addition. How to find? So first, what we will do? First we will write the given fraction. So next, because 7 and 21, they will be having common factors, we will write them together. 11 and 22 will be having common factors, we will write them together using commutative property or associative property. Next, 7, 21, what is the LCM? 21. 7 3s are 21, 3 3s are 9, minus 8. We can simplify like this. 11, 22 LCM is 22. We can simplify like this because their LCM 21, 22. After simplification, so what we will get? 1 by 21 minus 7 by 22. These two LCM what? 462. These two LCM of 21 and 22 is 462. 21, 22s are, we will write 22 here. 22, 21s are, 22, 21s are, 462 will come. This 21 we have to multiply with 7. 21 7s are 147. After simplification, we will get this value. So for the given value, the answer is minus 125 by 462. Okay, children? Okay, now let's see some MCQ questions based on whatever we have learnt. So the sum of rational numbers we have to find. Option A, option B, option C, option D. 4 options they have given. We have to find the sum. Minus 8 by 19 plus minus 4 by 57. Minus 4 by 57. So 1957, what is the LCM? 19 3s are 57, or we can do like this. 1957, we can find out LCM. They are not, they don't have any common factor. 19 1s are 19, 19 3s are 57. So the LCM is 57. So 19 3s are 57. 3 we have to multiply with 8. What we will get? 24. 3 8s are 24. Minus is there. Plus into minus. Minus. 57 1 is 57. 1 4s are 4. Already this plus minus we have multiplied. Minus 4. Minus 24 minus 4 how much? Minus 28. So the answer is minus 28 by 57. This is the correct answer. Next. Second question. What number should be added to 3 by 8 rational number to get minus 1 by 24? You can work out, children. You can work out and you can find the answer. You can work out and you can find the answer. Now what is the question? What number to be added to 3 by 8? Let us assume we are adding x to 3 by 8 so that the result should be minus 1 by 24. Minus 1 by 24. We have to find the value of x. X I am keeping this side. 3 by 8 will go that side. That side already we have, RHS side we have minus 1 by 24. 3 by 8 will go that side, means it is minus 3 by 8. We have to take the LCM. LCM of 24 and 8 is 24. 24 1 is 24 minus 1. 8 3s are 24. 3 3s are 9. So what we are getting? What we are getting, children? Minus 10 by 24. Minus 10 by 24. which can be simplified further. 2 5s are 10, 2 12s are 24. What is the answer, children? Minus 5 by 12. Minus 5 by 12 is the correct answer. Okay. So next, third one. Which of the following rational numbers is smallest? 4 by 9, minus 5 by 6, minus 7 by minus 12, 11 by minus 24. 11 by minus 24. Which one of these is smaller? Actually, if you use logic, the negative rational number will be the smaller. Here 4 by 9 is positive rational number. Here minus 7 by 12 also, minus minus get cancelled. It is positive number, positive rational numbers. These two are bigger rational numbers. So the remaining two, we can compare remaining two. Remaining two are enough. So which one? Minus 5 by 6 is there. And second one, 11 by minus 24 is there. Instead of comparing all the four, let's use logic. Better to compare only two. So this is time saving process. So here 11 by minus 24 is there. So how we can write? 5 by 6 denominator to be written on for the numerator. We should have always positive denominator. So minus I will take upside. Here denominator is 24. Here denominator is 6. If we have same denominator, we can compare. We can compare them. Now 24. We can make 6 into 24 by multiplying with 4. By multiplying with 4. Both upside and downside. What we will get? Minus 20 by 24. Minus 20 by 24. Now here also 24. Here also 24. Now we can compare the numerators. Here minus 20. Here minus 11. Which one is smaller? In minus values, greater value will be the smaller. So minus 20 by 24 is the smaller rational number. But what is the original rational number? Original rational number is minus 5 by 6. So which one is smallest, children? Minus 5 by 6 is the smallest one. Minus 5 by 6 is the smallest one. Okay. So next. Which one of the following rational numbers is the greatest one? Which one is the greatest one? 7 by minus 18, minus 4 by 9, 2 by minus 3, 5 by minus 12. All four rational numbers. All are having minus. All are negative rational numbers. There is no shortcut here. We have to compare all. We have to compare all. Minus we will write for the numerator. Minus 7 by 18. Minus 4 by 9. Second fraction. Minus 2 by 3. Third fraction. Minus 5 by 12. Fourth fraction. What is the LCM, children? For 18, 9, 3, 12. What is the LCM? 18, 9, 3, 12. What is the LCM? Let's do with 3 first. 3 6s are 18, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. Let's take with 2. 2 3s are 6. With the 2, 3 is not divisible. 3 we will keep the same. 1 is not divisible. 1 we will keep the same. 2 2s are 4. Let's multiply all the factors. 3 2s are 6. 6 3s are 18. 18 3s are 18 3s are how much? 54. 54 2s are 108. What is the rational number, children? Is it correct? 1 minute. Let me see once again. 7 by 18, 4 by 9, minus 2 by 3, minus 5 by 12. 3 6 are 18, 3 3s are 9, 3 1 is 3, 3 4s are 12. Here 2 3s are 6, 3 will be same, 1 will be same, 2 2s are 4. 3 2s are 6, 18, 18 3s are 54, 54 2s are 1 each. Sorry children, there is some mistake I think. Actually children, the LCM is 72. Actually the LCM is 72 because 18 4s are 72, 9 8s are 72, 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are 12, 12 6s are 72. LCM is 72 children. Now after simplification, how to write with same denominator? So now this time is getting completed. You can cross check LCM later. Now we can write all the denominators with same LCM. So here minus 7 into 4, we can multiply with 4. What we will get? Minus 28 by 72. Minus 28 by 72. Here 9 means we have to multiply with 8. Minus 32 by 72. Here 3 means we have to multiply with 24. 24. Then it will become minus 48 by 72. Here 12 means we have to multiply with 6. So what we will get? Minus 30 by 72. Now all the denominators are same. Now they are asking what is the greatest. They are asking what is the greatest. In all rational numbers are having minus sign. So least value will be the greatest. What is the least? Minus 28 is the least. So minus 28 by 72 means what is the original fraction? Minus 7 by 18. So minus 7 by 18 is will be the greatest rational number. Greatest rational number. Okay children, simplify. Simplify. Okay children, you can simplify this and you can find out the answer later. Okay. So thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for latest updates. Thank you children. Have a good day.